guys about Celebrate Recovery today. We just started a Celebrate Recovery at our church. I go to Bethany Church of God in Poplar Creek, Mississippi. It is a little backwood country church, but I love my church family and I wouldn't trade them for the world. And my pastor, she is amazing. So Celebrate Recovery is for anyone who has a hurt, habit, or hang-up. And I'm just going to go out on a limb and say, if you're human, you have a hurt, habit, or a hang-up of some kind. It has, I have to be honest that it has really helped me to learn how to process and deal with my emotions and just day-to-day things in a biblical sense. It is centered around Christ. I think principle number one, I'm not real familiar with all those yet, but I think principle number one is accepting that God is in control and that I am powerless to making the wrong decisions, that or something like that. I'm not quite sure exactly how it says. I will elaborate at another time. As you all know, I am a recovering addict myself. I keep saying that, and I keep saying I'm not going to tell anyone that anymore because I've been clean for a little over 10 years now, but I still feel like it's important for us to share with other people things that we have been through and things that the Lord has helped us come through. And we're called to share our testimony. It's by the word of our testimony that someone may decide that they want to trust in the Lord and invite Jesus into their heart and to change them. And for me, it wasn't an immediate thing. For some people, it is. I have seen people that change overnight. But for me, it was not. It was a gradual, been a process, for sure. I think losing my daughter in 20 was my turning point. We were clean at that time, but it was one of those moments where I felt like the Lord said, you know what, Angie, you've been sitting on that fence long enough. Now it's time for you to choose a side. Either you're going to stay on drugs and you're not ever going to have anything and you're going to feel worthless for the rest of your life, or you can pick up your cross and you can come follow me and I will give you life and life more abundantly. And I chose to follow Christ, and I have not regretted it, not one time. The Lord tells us that He doesn't tell us that we will not have troubles in life. He doesn't tell us that life will be eventless or, tragedy, like no tragedy will come to us if we follow Him. He just promises to be there with us and help us through it. And for me, as far as since I made my decision, He has been there. And I know even for me, sometimes, you get into this feeling like the Lord is so far away. Like, where are you, Lord? You feel like I can't feel you. You're so far away. But I have begun to realize that it's not Him that moved, it was me. It was a compromise or a decision that I made somewhere that put something above Him in my life. And even the Bible tells us that God is a jealous God, and He is a God of law and order. So when you make decisions that put anything, your cell phone, yourself, your spouse, your kids, if you make decisions that put anything above the Lord in your life, there are consequences. Just because you are following Jesus does not mean that you will not face the consequences of bad decisions. I have finally learned that, and no, it wasn't an easy lesson. A lot of times people can tell you things, but until you really experience it yourself, it has no weight to it until you go through it and you learn it for yourself, until you pay the consequences. and just at different times and different levels for all of us, and and I just want to encourage everyone out there that we all have those intrusive thoughts of, like they don't like you, or they're talking about you, or I mean, just negative thoughts about your surroundings and things. I mean, that's what the devil's job is. His job is to make you think negative and to make you tired. I heard a sermon one day. We were on the way back from a trip, and we were almost back at church that day. We were coming home that Sunday morning, and I heard a sermon on the way in, and the pastor was preaching on the woman at the well. And it was very emotional for me. But his message was, that Satan comes to make you tired. That's what that's his whole goal. He wants to make you sick and tired of being sick and tired. He wants you to leave your husband. He wants you to do your friends wrong. He wants you to lie to your children. That's what he wants you to do. He wants you to be tired. That's his whole job. He comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And he will kill, steal, and destroy any part, any little thing that you let him have access to. I am living proof of that. I am a walking testimony to that. I promise you that. Whatever you give him access to, he will kill, steal, and destroy. No questions asked, no regrets. That is what he does. I ask you guys to hit the like button. I've been trying to build my channel up a little bit, but I guess I really don't know what I'm doing. So I'm doing the best I can. I've been watching videos here and there, but I have to give kudos to these guys and girls that are, that have millions of followers or even thousands. I mean, it's a job to build up a fan base and be able to get a check from YouTube. But I ask you guys to like and subscribe if you want to. I've been trying to put more content out, and I will be. I'm not quite sure yet, but I think I want to start trying to maybe do a Celebrate Recovery on here every now and then, just to give someone like a sample of it. So maybe if you feel led to, then you can get involved in a Celebrate Recovery in your area. I'm almost positive there is a Celebrate Recovery everywhere. They're all over the world. The program is amazing, and no, you don't have to be an addict to go. You just have to be human, and you just have to have true feelings. The program is designed to help you get to the root of your problems and the root of what is making you so unhappy in life, and to realize that God is in control, and we should submit to that, and we should be striving every day to make it His will that we're trying to accomplish in our lives, and not just whatever we want. I know for me, it has been, my life has been, just my emotions and the way my perspective on things has really shifted since I have, of course, none of us are perfect, so we're gonna fall victim to sin. We're gonna fall to temptation every now and then. That we're human. That's what we do. But the key is not to stay in it. Repent to the Lord and be truly sorry about it. And just pick up your cross and keep walking. It don't mean you got to start over just because you smoked a cigarette. Well, I smoke vape, so I'm not going to say smoke a cigarette, but just because you took a pill and you're trying to, get off of drugs or whatever, don't count that as a loss. Just count it as a stumble. Pick yourself up, pick your cross up, and keep going. You don't have to start over. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Y'all, I pray you all have a great day.